Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k15 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. 3 weeks away from the TLC pay-per-view, which will be the last pay-per-view of the calendar year. And we're here with this week's Monday Night Raw. We are starting to build up towards TLC. And if you've been following me on Twitter, you would have found out one of the new matches that have been announced for TLC. We'll get to that in a moment. So there's 2 matches for Raw so far. The Ascension, we're taking on R-Truth and Axel to kick it off. AJ Lee will go one-on-one against Nikki Bella. Daniel Bryan and Mark Henry will settle it out. We need to find out who's going to face Ziggler at TLC. We might find out tonight. Tag team action as the best out of 3 series continues on. Last week we saw Cesaro and Kidd go 1-0 up. Will they clean sweep Zayn and Neville? We're going to find out. Dolph Ziggler, the US champion, he'll be facing Kane one-on-one in our main event. Randy Orton will go one-on-one with Ryback, and Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins will be in their respective corners as well. And we'll talk about that in a moment. So that'll be a big matchup here tonight on our main event of Raw. Our first matchup, okay. Well, there you go. Axel and R-Truth. A bit of an upset there of the Ascension. The tag champs losing that one. AJ Lee defeats Nikki Bella. And Dolph Ziggler versus Kane. It is Dolph Ziggler coming away with the win. And our main event, Randy versus Ryback. It is going to be Randy Orton, our #1 contender for the WWE Championship, continuing his momentum and getting a victory over Ryback. And of course, I just announced that there will be 2 matches already announced for TLC. So on my Twitter, on my website, well, everything that I do, everything that I post on, I announced earlier on in the week that Ryback versus Roman Reigns was official for TLC. I also kind of announced on Let's Talk Tuesday, didn't I? So that match is official, and that match, I'm going to try and make it a chairs match. And there is no officially a chairs match in the game, but I believe you can edit which weapons are used in a no-holds-barred match or whatever. So I'm going to do that, make them all still chairs, and we'll call it a chairs match. So that's what's going to happen there. So Henry versus Ryback chairs match. A lot of you guys are also asking for that one to be a #1 contenders match as well. So we may see if that's the case. It perhaps could be. We'll find out, but I am listening. I do definitely read all your suggestions and ideas. Like, you guys send me a lot of ideas in all the time, and a lot of you guys message me on Facebook, my Twitter, on the website, everything, tons of ideas, and trust me, I'm reading them all. So I really appreciate everyone that's been doing that. So a #1 contender match, I'm on the fence about it. It could happen. We obviously just saw Roman Reigns get an opportunity. Does he deserve another one if he does win? I don't know. And of course, Ryback, he's been working his way up. So I think Ryback's definitely in contention. Roman Reigns may be slipping it down the card a little bit. I don't know. But perhaps it could be a #1 contenders match. But anyways, speaking of #1 contenders, this is between Mark Henry and Daniel Bryan right now. This is not an official #1 contenders match, but we did see Daniel Bryan. He had an opportunity at the Survivor Series pay-per-view against Dolph Ziggler, and he fell short, unable to win that one. And I don't know really where Bryan went wrong. I just think Dolph Ziggler was the better man on the night. I just think Daniel Bryan just was not that quite good enough to beat Dolph Ziggler that night. But that's not to say Daniel Bryan wouldn't be able to do it again if he had another opportunity, because he's already proving that he's looking pretty good. I mean, Daniel Bryan just keeps going, doesn't he? Just keeps going and going and going, and just keeps winning when he has to. And Bryan's really been trying to work his way up to the main event, and he's been struggling a little bit to get there. But now he's kind of stepped back a little bit, thinking about trying to get that US title. He did fail again, so it kind of really makes you wonder what is next for Bryan. Is he going to go after Ziggler's US title again, or is he going to try and just keep the momentum rolling, and perhaps he'll wait his time, and maybe even the Royal Rumble might be the opportunity for Daniel Bryan to finally strike then, and perhaps try and get himself in the main event again. I don't know. I don't know where Bryan's going right now, but he's facing Mark Henry one-on-one here tonight, and Mark Henry was the final member of Team Sheamus at Survivor Series, which he did fall to Sabu in a big upset in that one. But Henry definitely looked very, very good in that match. It was very impressive, so he's definitely in title contention right now as well. Monday Night Raw is very interesting right now. I mean, SmackDown, I see it very, very stacked, but there's a lot of opportunities available on Monday Night Raw. Triple H and The Rock are probably looking as though they're stepping away a little bit. They may not be around as much. And we've seen Christian move away to SmackDown now. So these guys like Bryan, Henry, Kane, that haven't all really achieved that much, have the opportunity to step in the limelight. And we've seen some guys come and go from Raw as well. So Raw, I think, is definitely on the rebuild a little bit. I think Raw it's a very challenging place, but it has a lot of opportunities for a number of guys. You know, Seth Rollins has been doing fantastic, but other than Seth Rollins and, you know, probably Dolph Ziggler as well, our two champions, nobody else on Raw has really been the standout superstar. So it's certainly really out in the open right now. I don't know who's going to be the next man to step up and really take over Raw, because we've seen over on SmackDown, we've seen Ambrose really step up. We've seen Bray Wyatt really step up. You know, we've seen a lot of guys come and go, but we've seen these guys just continue to build themselves up and remain consistent. We haven't really seen that over on Raw, so that'll be very interesting to see as Bryan going for the cover now. Is a big kick to Henry, looking to get the pin. Not going to get there as he kicks out at 2.5. So it's definitely on the rebuild, in my personal opinion, on Monday Night Raw, but it's going to be very, very interesting going forward, especially perhaps the Royal Rumble coming around very, very soon could spark up some new life into Monday Night Raw as well, and definitely a lot of opportunities available. So Daniel Bryan, despite losing at Survivor Series, if he starts to win a couple more matches, I think he could get another opportunity at TLC, if that's what he wants though. Does he want to be US champion? I mean, if you do win the US championship, that's going to open up a lot of eyes. You know, a lot of people are going to start to believe in Bryan, that he could actually start to win and win big matches. And that's something that not many of us have really believed in Bryan to be able to do that, because he has never really had the chances that he's needed to prove himself in that way. So, and when he hasn't delivered. So Bryan certainly is very questionable right now where he's at, but I think some more victories here will certainly, if he wants to get that US Championship rematch, will certainly put him there. If not, perhaps at the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber, or even perhaps, you know, who knows, going forward, we may see Daniel Bryan back in the main event again. So, very interesting equation right now for Bryan, as Mark Henry trying to pin Bryan himself. And Dolph Ziggler's been very, very dominant as our champion as well. We can't forget that. Oh, wait a minute, a running knee! Running knee, that was just out of nowhere. Wow, he's just pinned him like that. Wow. Okay, Bryan wins. There you go. Like, I was not expecting that. I mean, Mark Henry just hit a couple moves. Bryan gets back to his feet. Bang, running knee. It's over. I mean, he was setting him up for it before. He was unable to do it. Mark Henry able to turn things around a little bit there and keep Bryan down for a moment of time. But Bryan got back to his feet. Kicked Mark Henry square in the head and, you know, hit the running knee a moment later. So there you go. Running knee, there it was. Daniel Bryan picks up the victory over Mark Henry. So what is the future for Daniel Bryan, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you want to see Daniel Bryan challenge for the United States Championship one more time, or should he move up into the world title picture in the future? Obviously, he's going to have to wait until at least the Royal Rumble before he decides to do that, but he certainly has the opportunity to do so if he can keep the momentum going. Couldn't beat Ziggler, but can he beat Seth Rollins? It's a tough ask. What should he do, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the comment section down below. As we move on to our next matchup, and it is the second match in the best of 3 series between Cesaro Kidd and the team of Zayn and Neville, or the Next Generation, as I like to call them. So, I mean, Cesaro and Kidd like to call themselves the best team ever, but they haven't really proved themselves to be that team yet. Yet to win Tag Team Gold here on Monday Night Raw, but look, a very, very impressive first victory in the first matchup. They were very, very good. Certainly deserved to pick up that win. So this little series is right out in the open. I don't know who's going to come away with the victory. I mean, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro had a very good start. Will that momentum continue on, or will, you know, maybe confidence in themselves? You know, that can often happen a lot. You know, you win the first match, you start to rest a little easier. You get in the back of your mind, okay, if we lose this match, we still have another opportunity. Whereas Zayn and Neville right now, it's do or die. This is it. This is the match. They must win this match to keep themselves alive in the series. If they don't win the match, that's it. They're done. It's over. Their chances for another opportunity to be the #1 contenders are squashed. Gone. So here comes Neville now. We just saw Zayn come out a moment ago. So this is a huge match for these two young superstars who are emerging here on Monday Night Raw. And a lot of you guys have all been saying these guys should be singles. But I still feel as though they have something to prove in the tag team division. They haven't really clicked thus yet, but they've been very close, and I just think they need that one big victory to get themselves an opportunity at the titles, and maybe at TLC, if they do win this series, that might just be the one opportunity they need to get themselves in that spot. So Zayn and Neville starting off well as Sami Zayn and Cesaro to kick this one off. Natalya, of course, joining the best team ever in the outside there as Zayn, couple suplexes to Cesaro. Now going for the cover, not going to get it though as he kicks out. But we saw the Ascension, a little bit of an upset earlier on against Truth and Axel. So Perfect Truth able to get a nice little sneaky victory over the tag champs, and the tag champs have been very, very solid. You know, Ascension have been picking up victories left, right, and center. So for Truth and Axel to come away with a little victory there will certainly do them some confidence. Unfortunately for them, they're not really in title contention, and not even in the, they're not in the series. They don't really have an opportunity to do much this time around. Wait a minute, what's Sami Zayn trying to do? What was Sami Zayn? Oh, coast to coast on Cesaro. Wow, okay, Sami Zayn showing his athleticism right there. And a beautiful kick to Cesaro in the corner. I did not think for a second that he'd be able to hit that. But he just connected, and it's done the damage. Cesaro trying to get himself back in it. But Zayn is all over Cesaro right now. So Zayn certainly sensing the urgency of this one. Wanting to win just so badly. I just think, with a lot of criticism about this team. Oh, here we go. Shoulders down. Could be it. 2. No, he kicks out. So a lot of criticism about this team. Zayn and Neville. Like I just said a moment ago, many say they should be singles. Many say they should split up as a tag team, go their separate ways. Maybe one go to SmackDown, maybe one stay on Raw, and do their thing there. But, Zayn and Neville, they still feel as though they've got a lot to prove, and they're still trying to do it. And now Zayn throws Cesaro out of the ring. He might be about to fly. Look out. Here comes Sami Zayn over the top. Sami Zayn with a beautiful move to Cesaro. And he is absolutely dominating him right now. Cesaro hasn't got one amount of offense in until now with a big right hand. But Zayn continues the counter. And Cesaro tried to kick Zayn in the midsection. And a nice counter there by Zayn. And now Neville getting himself involved, trying to help Zayn out as he gets Cesaro back in the ring. And this is a really impressive start here by NXT Generation. A lot of scrutiny about them, a lot of criticism, but they're trying to prove everybody wrong here tonight. Losing the first match just sparked even more criticism that these guys should split away. And there's Natalya getting herself involved, and we spoke about this in the last episode of Raw, how having a manager can influence a team so much and just help them out so greatly. And we saw Zayn in complete dominance of Cesaro there. And Natalya getting herself involved, and now Cesaro getting the tag, and just like that, momentum has changed. Switched around, turned around, upside down, and now Zayn, but instead of Cesaro, he's going to work away on Tyson Kidd. It won't worry him. Beautiful move again by Zayn. He's on fire right now. Who's going to stop Sami Zayn? Jeez, I wouldn't even think about a tag at the moment, Zayn. You're just killing it. Tyson Kidd trying to, do something about it. And he may just get Zayn up here, picks him up, and a nice suplex. Now he's going to follow it up with a cover, but Zayn won't even let him get to a count. Very, very impressive start here by Zayn and Neville. NXT Generation, very, very good at this moment. As a nice kick to the back of Tyson Kidd, by Tyson Kidd on Sami Zayn. And a nice little snap suplex again. So Kidd now has changed the tide a little bit. Sami Zayn still looking good. A nice little drop kick, but it's not as one-sided as it was a moment ago with Cesaro and Zayn. So obviously the first match is such a huge one to win. As a beautiful move again by Zayn. You're going to go for the cover. You have to get the feeling. I was going to say maybe Cesaro was going to come in, but I think Cesaro is still kind of down a little bit after that early offense in by Zayn. And Kidd stays alive in it. And Zayn, here we go. He's going to pick Kidd up. There's so much action. I wanted to talk about, the build-up towards this, but there's so much action going on here. As Zayn, bit of a cutter there off the top rope. And, another kick to the arm of Tyson Kidd. I mean, Tyson Kidd might have to think about a tag, even though Cesaro sustained a lot of offense in his opening stint. Might be thinking about a tag. Went for it. Zayn not going to allow it to happen, though. But Zayn still has to keep fighting, and maybe Zayn may have exerted majority of his energy in the opening stages of this one, and maybe a tag might be in order for Sami Zayn just to regroup a little bit. I mean, he's looking very, very good, but he could get caught out here. He just might get stuck, you know, now that he's in the corner. Cesaro back in this match. Kidd and Cesaro working together as a tag team might just be the undoing of Sami Zayn. So he needs to make sure he gets a tag out here and utilizes his partner on the outside, and he gets hung up on the ropes now by Cesaro, who's going to tag in Tyson Kidd. And Natalya watching on and just watching Sami Zayn trying to get to his feet as Tyson Kidd happy to wait. He's going to come out there and now meet him out on the outside. Oh, nice little head scissors there. And Tyson Kidd looking very, very impressive. So, like I said earlier on, like having the momentum of winning the first match, it obviously means everything is on the line, which it could really go either way. You know, you want to try and finish it off, go 2-0, clean sweep, demoralizing victory. And the confidence that you have, knowing that you won that first match, it's so hard to come back from that. It's just so hard to ignore. You know, coming into this match, the mentality of Neville and Zayn, as Zayn thought he might be going for a tag, not going to though, as a kick out. So the mental game of this one it's of a series in general that's a true testament who's going to win, you know, a series, who can overcome the mental issues. Is a nice little head scissors, you know, very inverted head scissors there by Tyson Kidd, and trying to make Neville tap out, who wasn't a legal man though, so it's irrelevant. And now Sami Zayn, a kick to Kidd off the top, and he does it again. Couldn't get him to fall off the top rope as Tyson Kidd hangs on, and now we might see that cutter again, as we will. A nice move by Sami Zayn, and still hasn't got the tag out yet. Might be thinking about it now. He will, and Neville, for the first time in this match, enters this match officially. So just to finish that point, I was just going to say that, you know, losing the first match, it just can be so difficult to overcome, and, you know, the confidence that the other team has, it's so hard to overcome. And I think Sami Zayn and Neville, though, you know, they realize the urgency of this one. They've come out all guns blazing here. Certainly Sami Zayn, he wants this. And that's exactly what you want to see from a tag team. You want to see these two guys come out and want to win this one. You know, a lot of us have been saying that these guys should split up, so they could easily move away and walk away from each other after losing this series. Walk away and go their separate ways, but they're obviously wanting to win. They want to be tag champions. They want to succeed. They want to have this tag team title run before they move apart, because we know they're going to separate. We know they're going to go their separate ways. We know they're going to want to try and succeed on their own eventually, but they've been brought into Monday Night Raw together, and they want to make sure that they succeed at the pinnacle of Monday Night Raw in the tag team division before they do separate. So it's good to see that these guys are still trying their hardest to win these tag titles, when they could easily just say, look, let's call it quits, let's do our own thing. But it's looking very, very good at the moment for Zayn and Neville, who might be looking to try and even this match up. Natalya getting on the ropes again. Natalya's growing a bit frustrated. I think she realizes Kidd and Cesaro are struggling a little bit here, and I think referee may have just told Natalya to get the hell out of here. Yeah, I think he may have. I think Natalya's been ejected from this one. So this will be fair game as a standing moonsault there by Adrian Neville, who's going to go for the pin. Not going to get it as Cesaro breaks it up. And a very impressive start here again from Neville. I mean, we saw Zayn. He was very, very good. And then he had to face a bit of tag team work and still managed to overcome it. Neville's come in and he hasn't dropped the ball. He's kept the momentum going. And he's kept the ball rolling. It's Zayn and Neville looking very, very good. Both men tonight looking very likely to probably even this one up, unless Cesaro and Kidd can do something about it. But I just feel as though whenever Cesaro and Kidd are trying to get some offense in, they might get a couple of shots in, and then it's just stopped instantly from either Zayn or Neville. They're able to counter and able to reverse and keep the momentum going in their favor. So very, very impressive tag team work here by Zayn and Neville. And the Ascension watching on, you know, the Ascension haven't had to deal with either of these tag teams just quite yet. But both these tag teams have been working their way up. They've been working their way to try and get themselves in a good position. Nice little kick there by Zayn. And in a good position to win these tag titles. They've been close, but the Ascension haven't had to worry about them yet. They've had to deal with the New Day, and now the New Day is out of the title picture. Zayn and Neville or Kidd and Cesaro, one of these two teams will have to face the Ascension at TLC. And I think that the Ascension, for the most part, they won't be two-faced. I think the Ascension will be pretty confident that they can beat one of these teams, but you just have to in the back of your mind that one of these teams, they really want it. I think both teams really want to win these tag team titles badly. And for the Ascension, as they just dropped a match earlier on tonight, it might prove that, look, have they got enough in the tank? Have they got enough in the tank to win multiple pay-per-views in a row and keep retaining these titles? It's fair enough to win the tag titles, but to retain them constantly is a difficult thing to do. Neville tried to hit a Hurricane Runner on Tyson Kidd, who countered and hit the powerbomb, taking out Sami Zayn as well, whilst Neville was down. And Neville may be looking for a tag, but his partner is not there. He's going to have to go at it alone. And we might be thinking about going off the top rope. He's going to. Here we go. He's going to fly. Man, that divine gravity! Beautiful move! What a move by Neville! Cesaro is coming though, so I won't get too excited. His new Cesaro is going to come and break that pinfall up and keep this one alive to try and make it a 2-0 sweep for his team. But Zayn and Neville are fighting. They're doing everything they can to stay in it and make it a 1-all game here. And a nice move again by Neville. Cesaro coming around. Zayn almost getting to Cesaro this time. That's one of the keys in tag team action. Keeping the non-legal man out of this match is one of the key pivotal things that a tag team has to do to try and win a matchup. And Zayn almost able to get Cesaro out of it there. Unable to. It was a nice little bit of a cheap shot there by Sami Zayn, just for good measure on Tyson Kidd, who is launched into the corner. Neville, he might be looking to fly again, perhaps. Zayn, he's going to let his partner just go up. So looking for the tag. Gets off the apron. And Neville, he's going to fly again. What another fantastic move. The man who defines gravity. Unable to get the pinfall as Cesaro once again coming in. And Tyson Kidd, nice counter. And Neville, he was in complete control. But that move may just put a halt to that. Perhaps not though, as here comes Neville again. And geez, Neville and Zayn just on pinpoint perfection in this one. They're doing everything right just about. Really looking good. Cesaro, hasn't been in the match for a while. Tyson Kidd's been isolated, taking a lot of offense. And if they can keep Tyson Kidd in their corner, I think Neville and Zayn might just be able to come away with this victory. But Tyson Kidd has the opening to look for the tag. He didn't go for it, perhaps. That's a bit of a mistake. I really feel as though he should be going for that tag. And here we go again. Another submission hold. He's got his legs wrapped around the head. He's got the arm hooked as well. He may just tap. Sami Zayn not coming in to help, though. He's coming now. A bit late, perhaps. Trying to do something about it. But, I think Adrian Neville able to get out of it, though. As Cesaro, he came in there and stopped Neville. Stopped Sami Zayn, I should say. And Neville now trying to go for the pin. Not going to happen again. So, very close encounter there for Neville and Zayn. They almost got caught. Tyson Kidd almost coming away with a victory with a submission. And Tyson Kidd, once again, not going for that tag. I really feel as though he needs to get out of there. And now, what's Zayn thinking about doing? Off the ropes! Tornado DDT! And that could be it. Can he get to the cover? Here we go. He's going for it. The referee taking his time. But, he gets it. He gets it just in the nick of time. Cesaro, half a second too slow. And that cost him the win. And it's now 1-all in this best-of-3 series. What a victory by Zayn and Neville. They deserved to win this one. They were quite by far the best team in this matchup tonight. And geez, what a series we have for you, ladies and gentlemen. It was all Cesaro and Kidd in the first match. Second match, all Zayn and Neville. The third match is going to be an absolute ripper. Cannot wait for it. It's going to be a cracking matchup. Cannot wait to show you that. That'll be coming up in the next episode of Monday Night Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for joining us for another episode of WWE 2k15 Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button. Last episode, we hit over 400 likes. That's amazing. Can we do it again? Please, 400 likes, can we hit that again? That'd be absolutely amazing. Thanks guys for all the support. Keep those comments and suggestions coming. I'd love to hear them from you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz. Like me on Facebook, BrendenPlayz Official. Visit the forums and the website as well for more Universe Mode information and some more little sneak peeks of what to expect coming up in the future. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next episode.